Once, in a vast and prosperous kingdom, ruled the wise and just King Vikram. But even more renowned than the king was his minister Gopal, famed throughout the land for his unwavering faith. Minister Gopal lived by single powerful conviction, which he repeated in every circumstance, whether good or ill. Your Majesty, whatever happens, happens for a reason, and is always for the best. One bright morning, King Vikram was carelessly slicing a mango when the knife slipped, cutting off the tip of his small finger. Blood flowed immediately, and the king cried out in pain. When Minister Gopal came to attend the wounded king, he calmly offered his usual counsel. Your Majesty, do not despair. This injury too must have happened for a good reason. Whatever happens, happens for the best. Upon hearing this, the king's pain turned to towering anger. What good is there in this, minister? My blood is spilled and I am in agony, yet you find cause for optimism? Your words are insolent. In a fit of rage, King Vikram ordered his minister to be imprisoned immediately. Minister Gopal, accepting his fate without complaint, walked toward the dungeon, offering a final gentle smile. Even this imprisonment, Your Majesty, must be for the best. A few days later, the king went hunting alone. Chasing game deep into the forest, he became separated from his guards and found himself in uncharted territory. There, he was captured by a tribe of fierce forest dwellers who were known to offer human sacrifices to their deity. The tribesmen dragged King Vikram to their temple. The chief priest began the ceremonial rites, and the king trembled, staring death in the face. It was a sacred law of the tribe that the sacrificial victim must be physically perfect and whole, without a single flaw or injury on their body, to be acceptable to the gods. As the chief priest inspected the king before the final ritual, his eyes fell upon the king's recently bandaged, mutilated finger. The priest screamed in anger, "Release him! This man is unsuitable for the sacrifice. His body is broken and imperfect. We must not offer such a flawed tribute to our deity." The tribesmen immediately freed the king and drove him away from the village. King Vikram, shaken and relieved, rushed back to his palace. He was overjoyed to be alive, but his heart was heavy with guilt. The first thing the king did was run to the dungeon and embrace Minister Gopal. "Oh, minister, please forgive me. You spoke the truth. That small injury, for which I wrongly imprisoned you, became my saving grace. If my finger had been whole, I would surely be dead now." Minister Gopal smiled and stood. He looked at the king and said, "Your Majesty, I told you, whatever happens, happens for the best." The king then asked, "But you were imprisoned. What good came of that for you?" The minister replied respectfully, "My king, if I had not been in jail, I would have been with you on the hunt. And since my body is whole and without defect, when the tribesmen rejected you, they would have found me to be the perfect replacement for the sacrifice." Tears welled up in King Vikram's eyes. From that day on, the king held the deepest respect for his minister's faith, understanding that every event, great or small, contains a hidden mercy and purpose known only to the divine. Moral of the story: trust the plan. What seems like a misfortune today is often a hidden blessing or protection tomorrow. Always remember to maintain faith and patience, as everything happens for a greater protective reason. If you like the story, like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon for more stories.